Hi guys, welcome to my channel Beauty Basics by Lidhu. I'm Lidhu and today we're going to be reviewing the Mcgrath Divine Rose 2 palette. If you like to see a lot of makeup reviews and especially whether they are brown girl friendly, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel because that's the kind of content you'll be getting in your timeline. Please do also check out my Instagram page. I post quite regularly there in terms of makeup tutorials, makeup transformations and sometimes mini reviews. So do go ahead and check out my page. So as a huge favor, if you like this video, then go ahead and give a thumbs up and also leave a comment in the comments box so we can get to know each other better. And without further ado, let's hop on to today's video. Okay, so I've been having this collection of Mcgrath products for a while and I haven't really put it to use and finally I'm putting them to use now. I actually didn't buy this in my own money. It was actually gifted to me by my sister for my birthday. So I'm really grateful for that because that gave me a chance and an opportunity to try out these products. So this is how the packaging is. It comes in a very intergalactic kind of packaging, like the design and everything is very colorful and very over the top. And then when you actually open it up, I've actually taken out the palette. So what you will see is this. These are the different shades on the palette. So in the front, it says Mcgrath Labs Mothership 8 Divine Rose 2 Artistry Palette. So it has 10 pans and each pan weighs 1.32 grams. And at the back, it states the eyeshadow shades and then the ingredients of each shade. And then it shows a 12-month shelf life. And also it gives the barcode number here, and then here it says it's distributed by Mcgrath Cosmetics and made in Italy. And yeah, so you have that colorful packaging, and then when you open it up and you see the palette, this is how it looks like. It's very simple, and I actually frankly like this. And out of all the palettes that she has launched, the Divine Rose 2 is a one palette that has this pink packaging. All the rest are the black packaging. It definitely feels weighty and luxurious. That is there. And I think out of all the palettes that I own, this is like the heaviest that I've owned. And this is how the color story looks like. It's so beautiful. I mean, I do have these shades already in my collection, but what stands out the most here is the formula. And I will be getting into that later on. Okay, so as usual, I would like to go through the product description as well. It says the seductively subversive sister to Mothership 7 Divine Rose. This paradisical rose inspired palette stars 10 hyper blendable ultra pigmented shadows in an array of futuristic finishes for eyes and cheeks, creamy mattes, molten metallic highlights, gleaming glitters, and a shade shifting chromatic. The universally variable color story ventures from radiant gold and soft pink into the far reaches of the cosmic rose spectrum with standouts like VR Sextraterrestrial. I always have a problem pronouncing this shade. A prismatic triochrome that changes from sparkling fuchsia to golden peach to shimmering chartreuse with each flutter of your lid. Rose Seduction, a vivid satiny pop of magenta for the cheeks, and Skin Show Rose, a opal, and otherworldly iridescent champagne. All shades are designed to wear stunningly on every skin tone, inspiring infinite looks from everyday exquisite to ethereal extremes. So you can see her description is also very intergalactic, cosmic hues and all that stuff, and very extraterrestrial. So if you actually hop onto the website, you can actually see a breakdown of all the shades and what is the story behind each of the shades. So the recommended use is apply shadows dry, wet to amplify color on top of the intensive eyes artistry wand for dramatic opacity. So that was actually released after this palette. It was released with the Mothership 10, I don't know, but the Utopian Dream palette. It was released with that, and that's supposed to intensify the metallic shades. Use shadow brushes to apply color, contour the crease, blend and define. Metallic glitter and chromatic finishes can be applied with a brush or pressed onto the center of the lid or brow bone with a finger. Apply to the inner corner with a small detail brush. Okay, so that's quite simple. It's very standard among all palettes. Actually, my sister ordered this collection where I got the palette, I got a highlighter, mascara, and also an eyeliner. If you want to see how I achieve this look and also my final thoughts on all these products, then just keep watching. So I've just concealed my eyelids with the ABH Magic Touch Concealer. I'm in the shade 14 in that. And I've also done my brows with the ABH Brow Wiz and also the brow gel. I'm really liking that brow duo for my brows. So yeah. All the product details will be in the description box so that you can refer to it later. So now let's go ahead and try out this palette. In today's eye look, I definitely want to incorporate this shade because this is one of her specialty shades where it's a pink shade with a green gold reflect. I think you can see it on the mirror here. You can see on the mirror here it's a green gold, right? So I'm going to go with one of my Morphe brushes. It's just a tapered brush like this. And I'm going to go in with this shade first. This is the shade Naked Blush. So just going to tap into that. Oh shit, that's pigmented. I actually meant it to go into my crease, but now it's just sitting on my eyelid. It's going to go a little bit on top like that. But this is a nice shade. It's a nice naked kind of shade, and it actually says Naked Blush, so I'm pretty sure you can use it as a blush as well. Oh, it's so pigmented. I love it. I have to say there's a lot coming out in my pan, although you can't see, but can you see it now? Like you can see that there's like a lot of fallout on my pan. Yeah, so that's something I'm not really impressed about. But it's really pigmented, like a little bit goes a long way. So basically what I'm doing is just outlining my eyes with this shade. So then I can just go in with my shimmer shade and then also just deepen the edges later on. So that's how I usually like to do my eyes. Okay, so that has applied really, really nicely. But there's a lot of fallout on my pan though. That's not something I'm interested in because, you know, it's going to mix in with the other shades. Right, so this is going to be quick because it's so pigmented that, you know, I don't have to like keep going into the pan so much. I literally had to blow out the excess. That's what I do sometimes, you know, when it falls out of the pans, yeah. So the only darkening shade is this shade called Extreme Burgundy. I'm just gonna pack this. Just gonna take only this much, like very little. I'm thinking I should go for a halo look today. I do see the pigment and it's so soft and easy to blend out. Oh, I really love how it is blending in with the crease shade. That's nice. That's really, really nice. I love the blend in that. Yep. So this is gonna be like my go-to palette, like for weddings, I guess. Like any major events, I would definitely use this. And oh, this is such a good palette for brides. Oh, Jesus. If you're a makeup artist, I think it's really good to invest in a Pat McGrath palette. It's not too dark, it's just nice. I'm also not going in with too much because I know it's going to be super pigmented. My advice is to tap out every time you take out this shadow because I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of fallout. I mean, there's a lot of fallout on the pan itself, so I'm happy with this blend. Now what I'm going to do is going to take this shade, which is called VR Sex Terrestrial. Yeah, I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation, but yeah. I'm just going to use the same brush that I use for the deepening shade, and I'm just going to use the other side of the brush and then go in with the shimmer shade because I do want to test how it picks up on a dry brush. So let's go ahead and try that. Okay, I don't get much. The payoff is not great with the dry brush. Maybe you should wet the brush, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go straight in with my finger. Oh, but it's really soft. Okay, I have to say it's not blaring, it's not banging. I think maybe this would be banging because that gold looks like. This is very soft and really goes well with the colors that I've chosen for my deepening shade and my crease shade. So that's nice. But I really love this shade because, you know, I can see like some pink and green and gold hints. So it's really pretty. I just feel like when I use my fingers, I do have more control over the product as well. This is like so up my alley. With the remaining burgundy that is stuck to this brush, I'm just going to diffuse it with the shimmer shade so that it looks proper and nice and blended out. Like I don't really have to go back into the palette, you know, whatever is left in the brush, I can just use it up. So that's nice. I mean, an expensive palette, I think this is what you should expect. You don't need too much of the pigment. And then for the final touches, I'm just going to take a little bit of the crease shade and then go on top like that. I just used this Pat McGrath Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil in Black Coffee. I have to say that it easily glided on and it's pigmented, and also it comes like with a pointed tip. It does come with a sharpener as well so that you can sharpen it. So it's very precise. If I compare this to my Colourpop liner, I feel like the Colourpop liner is a bit dry, but I can still work with it and it's a very good price. I'm going in with the Pat McGrath Labs Dark Star Mascara. This is how it looks like. Very nice packaging. It's gold, very sleek, just like how her brand is. Okay, so this is the wand applicator. This is the kind of wand applicator that I get from the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara as well. Okay, the brightness might have changed a little bit because I was just messing with my brightness in the camera. But anyways, let's go ahead and try this. Okay, so this is how it looks like after applying. I'm pretty sure if I apply like a second coat, it will like pop out. And what I really like about this mascara is that as I apply it, sometimes you know how you feel your lashes are very fragile and like sort of rough. But with this, I feel like it moisturizes my lashes a bit. I don't know if that's a thing, but I feel that. It's nice, I like it. So now I'm going to finish the rest of my face, and then I'm going to come in to do my lower lid and then give my final thoughts on the products that I used. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm back. All the product details that I've used on my face will be listed in the description box so that you can refer to it later on. So now I'm going to do my lower lid. Just going to go back into this shade Extreme Burgundy, and I'm just going to use this shade on my lower lid. For the part that I love most about eye looks is the inner corner. So I have a choice between this shade, which is called Gold Lust 001, and this shade, which is called Astral Pink Moon. I think I'm going to go with Astral Pink Moon because it would suit my outfit better as well. And it does have some gold shift to it as well, so I'm just going to go with that. I'm using a pointy shaded brush like this, and just going to dip into this shade. It's nice. Okay, I like how it opens up my eyes. Now I'm just going to finish off my lower lashes as well. Last but not least, I also wanted to show the Pat McGrath Divine Rose Skin Fetish Ultra Glow Highlighter. So this also came with the set. And during shipping, this kind of detached from the pan. So I have to be very careful with this. I just go in with a fan brush like this. So this one gives a very soft glow, as you can see, and it is actually the perfect highlighter for this whole set, you know, the Divine Rose 2 collection, because it's all about the berries, it's all about the rose kind of tone. So I actually used a berry lipstick to go with my whole look, and I think this is really nice. I just love this look so much. It's like such wedding guest appropriate makeup look, and what I really love is my eyes. It looks so soft. It doesn't look like too much is going on there. It's very subtle and nice. I love this palette so much. I think it's very pigmented and super blendable. I understand why this has got that price tag, and the shades are very soft and buttery, so smooth, and it's very brown girl friendly. I would say at least own one palette because I think the formula is really good. It is expensive, so I would say wait for the sale period so that you can get good offers and also get good like a bundle like what my sister got for me. I would say you don't have to pay the full price for this palette. You can get other palettes. There are other palettes also that perform really nicely. For example, my Huda Beauty Naughty palette, I think it's the same thing. And I also recently got the Natasha Denona Retro palette, which is probably going to be the same thing as well. And that review is going to be coming up soon. So yeah, that's my final verdict on the Mothership palette. As for the mascara and the eyeliner and the highlighter, I would say all of these are equally as good as the palette. If it's on a good sale, then get it. But if not, I don't think you should pay the full price for it. I just think it is really worth it, but then it's just too expensive, right? I love trying out all these products. If there is anything you would like me to review, then please go ahead and leave it in the comments box. If you also like this look, then please go ahead and leave a comment in the box. I would really appreciate it. And also don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so that you get to know more reviews and whether if it's brown girl friendly or not. So I'll be back with another video with another review. Bye guys!